All right, so all three ready, rolling. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
I think I'm ready. Are you ready, Cory?
No, last week, my one shot, not tight enough. People putting in the comments, please get close to Cory's face.
They didn't. This is all live.
They actually did it. Jonathan, please magnify. No, get it a little tighter, magnify. A little bit more, magnify. I think that's good. Hey all, welcome back to another Tech Connect. We are doing a video on something that the kids have really been asking for.
Yeah, it's Fortnite, it's Roblox, and the Apple Magnifier there.
In that order.
In that order, yeah.
Actually, I have a 14-year-old son, and he said,
Dad, can you please do a video on the iOS Magnifier
He
app?
sure did.
The kids are really talking about it.
How do you do, fellow
Trust
kids?
me, the Magnifier app has had a couple updates, and if you haven't checked it out lately, you should, because there are a number of features that can be super helpful, and it's free, and it's on your iPhone, and the best tool is the tool that's in your pocket. Did you know that?
Very wise words, Cory. I'm impressed.
Yep, Confucius said. Stick with us. We're going to look at some of the standard magnifier features that you would expect from a magnifier app, but then we're also going to dive into some of the special features, including capture and detect mode. And if you don't know the difference between those two, you will by the end of the video.
That's right. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video as well, because we're going to be showing you how to get into the settings for the magnifier and enabling the different features that we will be discussing today.
Let's do it. You might think the Magnifier app is boring, but you are boring.
Okay, so we are in the Magnifier app now. If you don't know where the Magnifier app is, it will be on your home screen or somewhere, but also if you try triple clicking your side button on the right side of the phone, it may launch the Magnifier app. The Magnifier app, of course, well, what would the default functionality be, Cory, do you think?
Well, I'm guessing that we can use 2 fingers, preferably our thumb and pointer finger.
Okay.
And I bet you we can pinch and pinch in and pinch out.
And what would that do?
Well,
exactly?
I'm guessing that's going to increase magnification and decrease, make things bigger and smaller.
Incorrect.
Oh, well, guess what? I guess I'll watch this video to find out. Teach me.
I tell a lie, Cory was actually 100% correct. We can, using the phone's camera in the Magnifier app, we can zoom in with reverse pinch, we can zoom out with pinch, but there is also a handy dandy little slider as well that we can slide to the right to zoom in and to the left to zoom out. But there are other controls as well. Now these may be hidden depending on your Magnifier app, and if you're just seeing the Magnifier slider, Cory, what you need to do is kind of push up and drag up the other controls, which will appear then beneath the magnification slider. Any idea what controls we might have access to?
Well, I'm guessing there's some color filters.
Correct.
I also assume there's some brightness.
Correct.
And then I would also assume some contrast.
I find it interesting that you're using the word assume here when we literally discussed this right before we filmed.
Well, I assume I was correct.
Okay, so starting from the left here, color filters. If I tap on that, now I can slide between different color filters. You know, you got your high contrast colors, whites on blacks, blacks on whites. There are some crazy colors, reds and blacks, and there's some stuff like blue and white and stuff.
Throw it down in the comment. We always say how so many of these color filters like nobody uses, and then there's always at least someone who does. But put it down in the comments. What if you are a low vision magnifier user? What color filter do you prefer? I'm curious.
I would love to know if anybody likes black text on a red background.
Or I'd also want to know, do you like black text on a black background? It'd be very interesting to see how that works.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so to close the color filters, we tap the color filter icon, and now we're going to open up the brightness icon. This is kind of like a sun icon, and this will give us a second slider as well as our magnification slider. This second slider will adjust the brightness. So this is going to be the brightness of the image. And if we close that by tapping that icon again, and we're going to go to the third option, which is our contrast slider. This is a half black and half white circle, or in my case, actually half yellow and half white circle. And if we slide this to the left or the right, it will adjust the contrast, so the kind of differences between the whites and the blacks. Now, what we might need to do is use the contrast in conjunction with the color filters. So let's say that I go to my color filters here, and let's say that I am using the white on black color. It might be that the black is kind of more gray, and the white is kind of also more gray. So if that's the case, if everything's looking a little bit gray and you're not in the grayscale color scheme, then go to your contrast and adjust the contrast, and the blacks are going to get blacker and the whites are going to get whiter. At this point, let's say that we're ready to read. We can slide down on the controls to kind of hide them again, and we might want to turn our phone sideways to give ourselves the widest field of view, and now we can obviously start to move our phone over the text and read whatever text is there. Now, this isn't quite as easy as using a dedicated electronic magnifier because it's kind of tricky to hold the phone steady, but if you're doing small amounts of reading, then this is a really handy way to do it. And as Cory said at the top of the show, the best tool is the one that you have in your pocket.
That is the wisest words ever been spoken by man.
There you go. Or woman, or animal.
That's true.
Yeah, or machine.
Or anything else like that.
Exactly. So with that being said, that's all the magnification features, but Cory, those were really...
That's just scratching the surface.
Scratching the surface. It's time to find out what layers of icing we have on top of this magnification cake.
Cake.
Let's do it. Cory,
Yes?
please introduce the next feature, capture.
All right, segment number 2, capture.
Action! Ow. Okay, so this is going to be about the capture feature of the magnifier. With the capture feature, we can capture the text on a page and then change it to our liking. We're going to get a computer font representation of the words, and not only can we manipulate the size and color of them, but we can even have them read aloud, Cory.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool stuff.
All in the same app.
Exactly.
Is
So
that taking 10 apps?
no.
12 apps?
No.
14 apps?
No.
1.
One simple app, so
Wow.
no need to download other apps.
Okay.
First thing we need to do, get the page within the frame of the camera. So I'm holding my phone camera above the page that I want it to read to me. And once I've got it positioned, I'm going to press the capture button. And after just a moment, it will say reader mode available. And now we can go ahead and look at this text in computer font, but also have it read aloud. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the reader option at the bottom right. And the words are on the screen now. And we can have them read aloud, but before we do that, let's change how they look. I'm going to press the menu button in the top right and then press on Customize Reader. And the first thing we can choose is the background. I will choose a dark background. And then there is an edit button that we can press, and that will allow us to change other things, including the text color, which I will set to a custom color. We'll go for a yellow here. There we go. And we can also choose the size of the text. And oops. So we can choose the size of the text with a slider, make it larger or smaller, and we can even change the font as well. So we could just read the document ourselves now with this nice high contrast appearance. I've made it yellow text on a black background and quite large, but we can also have it read aloud to us. There is a play button at the bottom center. I will press play.
Ramblin' Root Beer by Bob Bedessum. Ramblin' something. What do we collectors
Ramblin'
do
something.
up here in Minnesota during the winter months? Yes, we evaluate our collection and
And I'll stop it there. Now I said rambling something just because it's reading some text that's in an image on the page here.
Yeah, it's Ramblin' Root Beer.
Rambling Root Beer, yeah. Are you a fan?
I am. This is actually co-wrote that article. But I was not.
Just for context, this is like the Coca-Cola Collectors magazine.
Yeah,
So that
actually, a lot of people call me Mr. Coca-Cola.
Okay, well, if you have Coca-Cola memorabilia, please send it in to Cory.
Yep.
But for the meantime, let's move on to the next feature, which is going to be our detect feature. Inspector Gadget.
I'm detecting that this video is almost over. In case you didn't know, we are on the third feature, and I detect that this is going to be one heck of a section.
Let's zoom in to the video and see what we can detect here.
Yep, I love dinner rolls.
Okay, we're going to look at the detect feature next, and this is a way that we can ask the camera to find things for us. A long time ago, Cory, I'm sure you'll remember, we did a video on the Envision app, and we found your dog.
Oh yeah, that was a long
That was a long
time
time
ago.
Now get a list of many different objects that we can have the app recognize or find for us. In this example, let's choose dog. I think I've lost my dog. He's somewhere in this room.
Bench, dog,
So right now I've got the camera pointed. It sees no dog. As soon as I move the camera and a dog is in the shot, the phone is going to vibrate, and it's also going to make a noise alerting us that it has indeed found the object we're looking for. There we go. There's our dog. He's no longer lost.
But yeah, this does a similar thing. It doesn't find dogs, sadly, but it does find a number of other things. So we have a detect icon on the bottom of the screen. Holding a finger on it will bring up a list of things that we can choose for the camera to detect, including scenes, people, furniture, doors, text, and we have an option called point and speak. Now, the idea of this is we point the camera anywhere, and if we've set it to detect any of these things, it will automatically start to tell us that these things are here.
Okay.
So if there are people there, it will tell us. If there is things in the scene there that it recognizes, it will tell us. If there is furniture there, it will tell us, and so on and so forth. So which one do you want to try, Cory? We've got scenes, people, furniture, doors, text, and point and speak.
Let's try scene. I'm curious. Maybe we can do scene and point it in front of us, and people will get an
idea of what we're looking at.
Behind in front of the camera.
Scenes.
Yeah, in front of the camera, behind the camera.
Now I'm going to hold my phone up and I'm going to press the detect button to enable the feature. And now I'll start to move my camera around here.
Adult, camera, cardboard box. Jeans, tripod, wood process. Cardboard box, tripod.
I have a couple.
This is all accurate.
Cardboard box.
I have a couple questions though.
Okay.
Wood process.
Okay, let me go ahead and disable the feature.
First of all, I swear I just heard it say windmill at the end there, which is interesting. But why was there just, no, I mean, I get it. I assume it saw Jonathan, but it just randomly said jeans.
Jeans, that was Jonathan's wearing jeans?
I get that, but I thought it was like cardboard box. Jeans. Like just a pair of jeans were hanging out in the...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so it gives us information now. How actionable is this information? Maybe not so actionable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not giving you a description of the scene. It could be good, though, if you are looking for something specific. Maybe you dropped it on the ground or a water bottle on the table. So there I could see where you might want it. I think the scene is more generic.
Yeah,
when you
generic.
just want kind of a generic idea of stuff around you.
Well, let's do another one. Let's try, I'll disable scenes and I'm going to enable people.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and hold the camera up. I'm going to press the detect button to turn on the feature and then we'll...
Person 5 feet. Person 8 feet. 7 feet.
So not only do we know there's a person there, we have an idea of distance as well, thanks to the lidar.
Yeah.
Yes. Cory, lidar.
Yes.
What does it stand for?
LIDAR stands for light intercept,
Aspect ratio.
and racing.
Good. Please put it down in the comments if you think Cory is right with
I'm not
his
sure how you
definition
spell
there.
LIDAR. Is it I or D?
no, you
I mean,
get it
is
right.
it I or Y?
Yeah, you get it right.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a weird spelling.
Lidar.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anyway, it told us there was a person, told us how far away. That's pretty useful.
I want to try one more.
Sure.
And I know this may go off camera a little bit, but do text.
Yes.
And behind your right shoulder on the wall is some text written.
Okay.
So let's say if you were potentially looking for a specific store or something like that, let's see if it can read text. Now, the shot up on the wall, and maybe Jonathan will put something up on B-roll really quick, is that it is sort of, there's one of the words is weirdly written. So let's see how it does.
So you're talking about on the wall to the right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and hold down on the detect button to bring up the menu. We'll turn off people. We will turn on text. So this would be kind of reading text in the environment, pretty much. A little bit different. Although you could still use it to read text close up as well. But anyway, text is on. I will turn on the detect feature by tapping on the detect button. And now we're going to go ahead and point the camera into the distance.
Technology possibility.
Okay,
it's good. It missed the middle word.
It did. It got two of the words. Now I am kind of zoomed out at the moment, so I'll zoom in a little bit and we'll see if it changes its mind. No, pretty much happy with it. So
Yeah,
with
it's
what
like,
it got
I
there.
believe I said it once. I need to say that's not bad because it is written a little weird and it is across, on an angle.
We'll do one more thing here, Cory. Point and speak. The idea is kind of similar to the OrCam. We should be able to point at text and have it read from that particular area.
Okay.
So we can kind of be a bit more specific in how it's reading. So we'll go ahead and go to the detect menu again, and we're going to turn on point and speak. I'll turn off text. So now, if I point the camera at text here, it's not going to say anything because it can't see my finger.
Correct.
Okay, but if I point, then
And detected. Bark's root beer
Oh
debuted
my
in
goodness me.
1898. It was created by Edward Bark and his brother Gaston.
Gaston.
Yeah, that was actually me.
Oh, you're Gaston.
Yeah.
Oh, were you in Beauty and the Beast?
When Bark's root beer got so popular and we sold it to Coca-Cola, my family changed their name
Okay.
from Barks to Ballard.
That makes no sense.
Because we wanted to live in privacy
anonymity, I
with
see.
all of our root beer money.
Yeah, because you're like billionaires.
Yes, I am a root beer baron, in case you didn't know that.
Okay, so that worked really great. It detected my finger, it read where I was pointing to, and Cory, visually it highlighted the text that it was reading on the screen. So with the document, I was pointing my camera at the document, there were 3 paragraphs, it highlighted the specific paragraph visually. Very nice stuff.
I like it.
Yeah, now I will say, Cory, this gets very confusing if you have all of the different detect options enabled.
Yes, that'd be too much.
It's too much, it just talks constantly and you haven't got a clue what's going on.
Yeah. Do you think if you were at a bakery and you were sent there to get some kind of buns for breakfast?
Oh, like a roll?
Yeah, some buns, some rolls, and they had cinnamon rolls there and you pointed at the wrapper, the label, and it said cinnamon roll. Do you think it would work?
Right, give me the scenario again.
All right, stick around. We're gonna go look at the settings. Hi, loyal viewer. Thanks for staying to the end.
We love you.
Because if you didn't stay to the end, then we don't invite you back to our next video.
No, we don't.
I'm just kidding. If you didn't stay to the end, you may not know why some of these features don't show up. If you jumped ahead or skipped out of here, you might go to your Magnifier app and go, wait a minute, I don't see detect. I don't see capture. But Luke, he is the man who is going to show us why that happened and how to fix the problem.
Yes, we reward our loyal viewers, particularly those ones who press the like button, who smash the subscribe, who ring that old notification bell.
Ring my bell.
Ring
my bell.
Sure. We reward them because we show them what the real deal is. And the real deal in this case is going into the settings of your Magnifier app at the bottom right, because this is going to allow us to customize the Magnifier app and set it up with exactly the features that we want to use, Cory. So,
well, when you say we, do you mean you or
no,
me?
preferably
or
the user.
Or maybe we see with Jonathan? How should we customize ours?
Don't customize it with what we want. Customize it with what you at home want.
Yeah. Okay.
So what we get a list of things. Now we're going to ignore activities, capture, and detect at the top for the moment. We're going to look at the primary, secondary, and other controls which are listed underneath. And for the ones which are already enabled, we have a red circle with a minus because we can disable those if we want. With the ones that are currently disabled, we have a green circle with a plus because we can enable these if we want. So the ones which are currently enabled are zoom, brightness, contrast, and filters. And so those all appear in my Magnifier app as options, and we already looked at what those do. However, there are other things that we could enable if we wanted to, including a button to enable the flashlight, a button to enable focus lock, a button to enable different cameras, so whether we want to switch between the front camera and the back camera, and a button for capture mode, which would allow us, Cory, to do multi-batch scan. So if we want to take pictures of numerous pages and then have them all read back to us at the same time. Pretty neat feature. Yeah. However, some of these might not be enabled, but you can go into the settings and enable them if you want. You can also disable anything you don't want. So if I disable here brightness, contrast, and filters, now I only have zoom enabled. So when I go back out, I just have the zoom slider, and there are not those options for the different color filters, the brightness, and the contrast. So pretty cool. You can very much customize it however you want to use it. And we also can do the same for those detect and capture options that we were just looking at. So at the top of our settings menu, we have activities, capture, and detect. If I press capture, then there is a button to turn off it showing in the control panel. Same for detect. I can disable it from showing in the control panel. So that's pretty cool. Now we also have this thing called activities, and we haven't looked at this, Cory, but I will just mention it quickly. Yeah. With activities enabled, it will be in the magnifier kind of controls at the bottom left. It kind of looks like almost like a flower or something is what it looks like. But the point of this is, anyway, we can save a number of settings to an activity which we name. For example, if we like to read with 5 times magnification, white on black color, flashlight on, high contrast enabled, we can save all those settings with a name of our choice, and that will then become an activity. So say we could have 5 activities, one for reading menus, one for looking at people.
At dinner rolls, one for cinnamon rolls.
One for closely examining cinnamon rolls, whatever it might be.
Yep.
We can set those all up, each with their own set of controls adjusted however we want them, and then very quickly flick in between them. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, but the main thing to remember is is if a feature that you want to use is not showing in your magnifier controls, it's not because you don't have it, it's just because you need to go into the settings and enable it.
There was one other feature you left out, though.
There was?
Remember, with the color filters, you can actually go in and choose which color filters you want to show.
This is why this guy gets paid the big bucks.
Big bucks.
So that's it. If we go into the settings and then if we just press where it says filters, we will get a list of all those different color filters, which we can then check or uncheck depending on whether we want those to be available. So it might be, Cory, that we only like white on black and black on white, and we could just have those color filters available. So we don't have to kind of go in between all of those different color filters when we open at the color filters menu. Very cool stuff. Check it out, get it customized however you like it, and put down in the comments how you like to customize your magnifier.
So I do think the Magnifier app is one of these apps where it's like, on the surface you might think it's kind of boring, but as you see all the crazy things it can do, it's pretty powerful for a free app that's already on your device.
Yes. It's very good. No, it's brilliant because here's the thing, Cory.
Yes.
We recommend people get Seeing AI, for example. Okay. We recommend they get Envision AI, for example.
Sure.
So on and so forth. But your Magnifier app on your phone can carry out the functions of those, not all of them, granted, but carry out a number of the functions in a perfectly fine way without you having to download anything else. Now, to be fair, Envision is free, Seeing AI is free, and stuff like that. So it's not like a massive deal, but it's just kind of cool how there is an app on your phone already built in that does this stuff.
Yeah, and as you know, as we mentioned, making sure that you go into the settings and customize the app the way you like it is a plus that Seeing AI and Envision AI don't have.
That's a great point.
Or again, from the settings, if you're not seeing some of the features, you got to make sure you turn those on. But that ability to turn things on and off and adjust it is, I think, is pretty cool.
It's very nice, and I can only assume that Apple are going to integrate Apple Intelligence once it actually becomes intelligent into the app, so that we can also have some of those AI features that we get with some other apps at the moment.
Yeah, I would assume the scene under Detect, the scene would get better. Well, actually, I think all of them will get better as Apple Intelligence is able to
become intelligent.
Yeah, exactly. Not there yet, but we're getting there.
So, Cory, talking of roles, we have a live show that goes out every other Thursday
Rolls
at 11
out
a.m.
every
Central.
other Thursday.
And you can check it out by being on our YouTube channel at 11 a.m. Central on the Thursday that it goes out, which if you're watching this video when it releases, it will be the next Thursday. And Cory and I are live talking about various topics, and we love interaction from the audience with those as well, so you can put things into the chat and we will read them out. So check it out if you haven't already.
Make sure you subscribe and like this video, share it. It really does make a big difference. We are pushing to hit 7,000 subscribers. We'd like to do it yesterday. So if you haven't yet subscribed and we're not yet at 7,000 and it's now tomorrow, we really would like to do it today. So
wait, so you're saying if we're at 7,000 people don't need to subscribe?
Well, that's if it was yesterday.
Oh,
but now it's actually tomorrow's today. But please subscribe. It makes a big difference. We appreciate it. And we also have a platform where you can get more content, because who doesn't like more? More is better. More. Including more free ACVREP credits. Head over to techconnect.vision-forward.org. That's techconnect.vision-forward.org to get more.
I like more.
More. And guess what? There's no more left of this video.
Oh, yeah. Except for hopefully Jonathan will put some roll chat in the end. So stay after the credits and we'll see if there's any roll chats.
All right, roll the credits.
Bye for now.
All right, we are rolling.
Dinner rolling?
Yeah, we are dinner rolling.
Do we have a supper? Is there a supper roll?
No, actually.
There's no supper roll.
The forbidden roll.
Busted.
The forbidden
No
roll.
bread at supper.
Dinner roll, winding through the fen. Dinner roll with this band of men. Steals from the rich, gives to the poor.
Dinner roll.
Does every meal have a type of roll associated?
Ooh.
Like a cinnamon roll, breakfast?
I hear what you're saying. What is lunch? Like a sub bun kind of?
It's a sushi roll.
What is a bap?
Bap.
No idea what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't know what that is.
It's a bun. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bun.
Yeah.
Like a burger bun. That's a bun.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Can't just say bun. Same letters. Same amount of letters.
It's regional differences, you uncouth pig.